got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears of pride.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston in the Space City. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
This is it. 19.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. He finds an opening past the 40. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. He'll get this up to the 34, and a good lane opening up right away for it. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon.
Motion. Hey, check motion, man. Put your hands out.
On first down, it's Watson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The sack comes from Anthony Hitchens.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. Throwing on third down, Watson. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Good gains there back-to-back for Houston in the passing game and another first down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They go back to the ground now with Miller. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
Mike 53. We ain't giving up nothing today. Back. Check nickel. Joker. Shim. Showing it. Show it up. Check three.
Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down.
Kick the edge. Come. SOS. At 55. Mike 50.
Watson now to throw. Steps away to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. Fairbairn able to put this one through. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Hey, watch the twins. Watch the twins. Big end. Shoot. Watch the shoot. Check 99. Check 99. Watch twins. Check. Watch the safety creep. Check.
McCoy. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Bradley Roby, the cornerback, there to make the stop.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
The end of the 1st quarter with the score Texans 3, Chiefs 0.
I don't need to. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Rush in. Tighten up. 43. Watch the whip. Check. 25. Check 25. Hey, 43, 15. Come back.
On 2nd and 7, Mahomes. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times when they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
And that's caught inside the 35. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A gain of 39 that time. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down.
Single.
First down, Kansas City.
Yellow. Zoom, fellas, let's go.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill there to make the grab. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height, or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Short kick here, fielded about the... Now a hit and a loose football. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. A big play there. Taking it in. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
I'm glad we were paying attention during the rules seminar because we learned the only time you can't advance a fumble like that is in the last 2 minutes of either half.
Right. Other than that, if that ball's out, whether forward or backwards, it's live and free for anybody.
No doubt about it. When you say free, that means he's got free reign to pick it up and go. That's exactly what happened there. Took it in for a touchdown.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken very short. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
At the 37-yard line.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. 2nd and 5 now. Watson, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
44 is Mike. Check. Watch the slip. 44 is Mike.
A shotgun snap for Watson. He may try and run for this. Boy, he almost did that himself, but it looks like he's about a foot or two short. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. Now Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
44 is Mike. Check.
From the gun, here's Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
At the 46-yard line.
Now it's Watson. Steps away. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Set. 19. 44 is Mike. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. 59. 44. Mike. 44. Yo. 44 is Mike. Check.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
We got to step it up. 24 is down. He's coming.
Throwing again is Watson. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Watson, and that is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Chiefs
Here we
take
go.
over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They complete it to Hill. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be taken short.
We play to win.
Texans take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because your feet...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 58 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. That is a dangerous combination right there as we are learning quickly. Mahomes to Hill.
And think about the number of ways that they are dangerous, because Hill can run past anyone, so he can throw it all the way downfield to him. But also on the shorter catches, as we saw here, catch it underneath, catch it in front of someone. He makes a move or uses his speed, and he's still gone. Either way, he can go the distance.
And either way, good luck. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. To throw is Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Emmanuel Ogbah just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
No. Off. No. Me.
Watson just beating the play clock. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Yellow. Let's go, Lou, Eddie. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Kill. 15. Go.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Easy. High 7, let's go.
Mahomes now to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Mahomes. This is caught. Watkins. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 31 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. The extra point up and good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. they might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
Watson with a give to Miller. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Out of the gun, Watson. The catch made by Hopkins. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. Slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Watch twist, watch twist. 55. Twist. Hey, alert. Kill, 22, jet, bomber. Kill, 22, jet, bomber.
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. So that'll back them up 5. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones, and that will force a turnover on downs. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep, middle, into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jaleel Adai. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a
blitz coming, and down he goes. The sack by Terrell Suggs. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Let's go, let's bring it.
Here's Watson. And this one grabbed by Darren Fells. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They'll try the right side here with Miller. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Watson. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And that one goes virtually nowhere. Tried to fake extra point, but nothing comes of it.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead, and, oh, there's a fake, and now he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Mahomes going to throw it here. Eluding the pressure right. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter.
Watch that in. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Charlie. Hey, check.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Hey, rip list. Alpha.
Mahomes to throw once more. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Then with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. And it is incomplete. Jonathan Joseph there on the coverage. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Back to throw, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Watson now to throw. Open man, the tight end falls. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line.
13 yards on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Set. 19. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th. One last throw here for Watson. Now a desperation throw deep. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 48. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.